alive from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride? Never tired. You will never know. You ain't never tried. Work it out. Hit the gym. Hit the field. Hey, yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job. You can see that. On my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street.
No, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position. Just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job. You can see that. On my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do?
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the... In line.
Let's go!
Set, 180!
Line 59!
Don't let it breathe! Don't let it breathe! Play it down deep! Don't let it breathe, defense!
Sponge!
Stay 50!
Tight dog!
Stafford on first down. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Everyone's got four down. Back.
Stafford now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Well, for these two franchises, the Lions and the Cardinals, it all began back on a Sunday in October of 1930 when the Chicago Cardinals visited Portsmouth, Ohio to play a scoreless game against the hometown Portsmouth Spartans in front of 6,500 fans. 4 years later, The Portsmouth Spartans would move to Detroit. But anyways, 90 seasons later, after some rebranding, a couple relocations, one of the oldest rivalries in the NFL still lives on. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Here's Bird to return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devon Kennard coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Murray with a 3rd and long. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. Past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, 83 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4. From the 44, Murray. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray, he's going to sling this deep downfield. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
The first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 40, the 20, 10, and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, an even 90 yards. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. Prater on to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Murray now. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. A lot of people felt Johnson was a little misused during what was a disappointing 2018. 940 yards on the ground, 7 touchdowns. Great for most, but not the season Johnson was hoping for. And he said this offseason, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner, Darius Slay. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Stafford. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
50. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. And middle.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey. Come. Zero. Watch the safety creep. Middle. Slam.
Throwing is Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Got a man, it's Amendola. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Stafford. Looking end zone for Jones. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On the toss, here's Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Now he's going to go deep down the left. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 27-yard line. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Easy.
To Johnson again. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Out of the gun, Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Hassan Reddick with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting a 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, Murphy.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They bring Rashawn Melvin on the corner blitz, and he gets there.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Cardinals on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing is Murray on third down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act. Not easily done.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly.
You got your dad's house right now?
That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know that it helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Back to right, 22. Hey, go here. 5. 59.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Muhammad Wilkerson sacks him that time, coming in off the edge.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Operating from the gun. Stafford looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now it's Bird on the return. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Buying time to his left. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. I'm here all day.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. He's going to let this one go deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammate's going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. The 30, 20, 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And it's 17-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
What side is the other one?
I heard you. Grandpa just told me.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime, but you've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Stafford. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check. Hey.
From the gun, Stafford. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The safety boot of Baker there to force the incompletion.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you call multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Yeah.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Murray going to throw. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And he's got this down to the 35. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He may try and run for this. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down. Well, with them trailing here in the second half, maybe his legs can try to give this offense a spark.
And that's the benefit of having a young quarterback, right? Having a rookie, a guy who will say, hold on a second, I have a little bit of fearlessness to my game. It isn't working as well the other way. Let's see what I can do to help my team this way. And, boy, he did it there.
Got this down to the 35. A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
On 1st down, Drake. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
Something to watch here in Week 1 of the season. tackling, because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. He's at the 40, past the 20, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point good by Prater, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Yeah.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray. He gets this one to Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Those are like 500.
Shotgun now from Murray. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And he gets this away,
I think
for the
first, bro,
with a lock
before
behind
that,
it. Wow.
you got to know how to drive. That's first.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Pin. Hey, box drop.
Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back
it'd be like
and
that.
see the ball coming out of the
It was that
quarterback's
way
hands. Guess
when I was
what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
I was talking about, oh, Marcus.
A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's Sam Martin now. He's been terrific so far. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start the drive with Drake. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Actually, no place where you can get it calm for,
they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
From his own end zone now, it's Murray. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Yeah, I know. I got a place where you don't have to play no corner.
The field has popped up in the air. I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's
I don't play no corner on my shit.
Because there's usually a great amount of
bodies
ain't
nobody finna pay no fucking 400, 500. Fuck that. I don't know why niggas do that.
These guys have punted 4
I'd rather
times
just pitch my corner,
they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. To throw is Murray. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And remember, sorry to interrupt you, tap season. So remember that.
And he's able to get it out of there.
Tap
This
season,
is a pretty good
you
kick.
get your money.
And the punt over the side in the air.
Remember,
and the start will be inside the 35.
You know, he teach you how to drive, right? It shouldn't take long. Then you have until April to get all your shit.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Seal tools, all that shit. It doesn't take, it's not a long process. It's just if you bullshit with it, time will go by. But it's not long, and you can use that money to get a car. So you're not in a bad situation. You just gotta like be on your shit. Like you're gonna actually have to want to learn and like get out and do it, you know?
But at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And that is gonna do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait. Would your dad mind driving you off to work? Would he mind?
Second down. Stafford. And the pressure
if he didn't, I can literally get you in. Yeah, I'm not exaggerating that either.
Who else? He's in there for his 4th
we have an open spot. You know, for the longest, I even asked my boss when he told me what happened. I was like, you know, if I were to bring my friend up here, do you think he'll most likely have a chance? He's like, yeah, because like we need somebody now. And I was like, he could start now. So
Stafford.
And then you just told me that. So.
Escape pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Chandler Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This offensive line flat out.
How far? I mean, it's by him and high, bro. How far is that from you? Oh, fuck, you're by more.
Sacks in this game thus far.
This is fielded at the 27. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Yeah.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to
you
get their
could do
drive
that.
started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times,
but there's a lot of situations. There's a lot of solutions to our problem.
He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
You got to get on shit. Once you learn how to drive,
you know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now he lets it go deep for Kirk, and this is going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Here's Murray. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. This is caught inside the 15. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory.
Yep. Yep.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Basically.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO.
Like I said, if you guys can get on your shit, you guys be fine. But you guys have to do your shit. Man, I'm slacking on my shit because I have a car. It's finally fixed, but I haven't went out to fucking,
they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Drive. I haven't asked my OG. So I got to get on my shit too. Because if I knew how to drive, I would just go get you.
It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. From the gun, Murray. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the
you have no, like, and this is actually good for you. Like, you'll probably get out your lazy shit. I'm not trying to say you're lazy, because you are. I'm lazy too. So.
It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of his mistakes, though, because now
you're right.
His head coach,
because look at your situation. You had a job, had a place to stay, got a girl, come on when she wants. Yeah, life is good. Like you talking about, life is good, bro.
He's got a 1st down past the 30 and all the way up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball.
We got to really push her to get life, because she gets that.
1st and 10 now from the 33. Stafford now to throw. Looking deep now for Amendola. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. Patrick Peterson, the shutdown corner, was there on the coverage. So the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise or throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete.
I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind doing that.
Big one downfield, but that's okay.
I don't think it's that hard. I mean, because like,
if you don't get the completion,
I drive a focus at my job,
defense, you're trying to stretch them out a
and
little bit,
it's basically like driving. So, like, I already really know. I think I'll be fine.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Yeah,
you can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
And remember, it's tap season, so remember that too. And the Jets are going to be decent. They're going to start you off at 12. I said 12. Yeah, they start you off at 12. You're going to get at least 750 and up. Not 800, but it's going to be 700.
And unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right?
And that's every 2 weeks. And then in 6 months, if you do really good, and because I'm gonna get you in the warehouse with me, because our boss is cool as fuck. So I'm gonna put you up, and then once you go up to 13, it goes up to 800 something. It keeps going up. It goes about. Yeah, I'm at 13 right now. So I'm gonna ask for another one in late 2020. So.
And he finds Fitzgerald.
I know, late 2020.
First down on a gain of 17.
Like August,
the young
September.
buck finding the veteran there. There it is, 14 years separating Kyler Murray and Larry Fitzgerald.
Shit.
Murray turning 22 back on August 7th. And on August 31st,
and then plus
Larry
all the
Fitzgerald
coworkers are
turned
cool.
36, but
you know, there's some taco place across the street.
It shows on the field.
So, you know, we're cool. You just gotta get that bite.
Here's Murray from midfield, flush to his right. And this will be incomplete.
Like you said, it's only 20 minutes.
Bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
But
It wasn't an interception.
but the hours, when I like them,
You're a nice guy. That was kind of
you gotta be up at 5. You gotta be there at 5.
No pick, just in Johnson. Oh, it's poke free. Football's out. And this is scooped up by the Lions.
But you get off at 145,
which
is good.
at the 40-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They begin the drive with Johnson. The timeout here is we got a player shaken up, and that's Johnson who's down on the field.
Damn.
Hate to see this. Week
Yep,
1
sure is,
of
yep.
the season. We'll be back. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Stafford.
That shit gonna be it.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I think Amazon's
Would have been
trying
a
too, but I
great
don't know
catch,
where to
but it's
put
real
about an
difficult to
Amazon
hold on
shit.
to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Lions on 3rd down.
UPS?
They're getting it just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd
Okay,
and
so you
9.
can easily get in
Stafford
there.
going to give this one off to Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak.
I think my uncle he always asked me if I wanted. But that was when I was like 17. But he still has it though. But I don't talk to him
The
yet,
Lions in
so
possession
I
of
couldn't
the
get
football
it.
as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final
I
2
know,
minutes
my family's
away
not
and
close
get
at
out
all,
of here
bro.
with a victory.
Now you're
Chance to make
you
that
actually happy
encroachment
with there.
penalty
Like you have your
really
mom and your dad,
hurt.
but
1st and 5.
I don't have my mom and my dad, but we're still not close as far as like family. Niggas will not speak to each other. They swear to God they miss you. Like they swear to God they miss you. And then after you slip the one day, that's cool.
This guy during the draft process was his motor.
You know?
Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his 1st NFL sack. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here's Johnson.
So what you been doing all day?
A measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Ready. 750.
Operating from the gun, Stafford. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
You can at least do that.
A carry now for McKissick.
I don't know why your
Trying
dad
to
is.
find a lane, but instead he'll
I know
get
your
back to
mom
the line of
is, but
scrimmage.
like that.
And no more. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Check, 43. Go.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
Does you have a big house? Not at all.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly
Somebody
not an
with
easy
him?
one on 3rd and long. From the gun, a run for
Help
Johnson.
me now.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner
No disrespect to
as he
your mom.
gets it to go. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control.
You're the only one that's willing to clean. She has a 28-year-old. I'm going to say he's 28. Yep.
Arizona's
You have a
offense
20-year-old
at the line, ready to
who
get their
has 2
drive
jobs.
started. The Lions will use
Has
the
enough
first
money
of
to
their
get out, can get his
timeouts.
own apartment, but
That'll
just
leave
stay
them
here
with
shit
2
and not do
remaining.
anything.
We'll be back after
But
this.
work.
Ready to
You
go
have
with their
another
next
one.
drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Yeah, it doesn't
They've
matter.
lost
I don't
this
give a
one.
fuck.
Their
You have
offense has
another
struggled.
one. He's
Do they try to
25, if
put
I'm not
together something
mistaken.
here at the end
He
just
was
to
at
take
full
into
for
next
less,
week?
Yeah,
and he's doing the same thing. You have one that's only 20
and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was
that
lost,
needs
it
to
was
get on
over,
this shit,
right?
but
And the coach called a
the
running
oldest are
play
in,
and
they're
pretty
in
much
worse
said to
state than
everyone,
fucking
I
you
want
are.
something executed well before we get out of here, and that was the message to
So,
the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it
how
done,
can you
and
kick
maybe we can look
him
ahead and
out,
say, we'll
you
get
out?
better as we go forward.
You might kick
this
them
one's
out,
over.
and they
It's a
don't do
win
shit.
for the Detroit Lions. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
I don't want to hear
You're trying
that.
say
I don't want to
real
hear that.
football,
Real football.
not preseason football
Yeah.
where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason.
28.